A man arrives at the pearly gates of heaven and is welcomed by an angel who offers to give him a tour. As they stroll through the golden streets, the man notices an enormous room filled with clocks of all sizes and styles, each one ticking away at a different pace. Intrigued, he asks the angel, "What's with all these clocks? Why are they here?" The angel smiles and explains, "These are lie clocks. Every person on earth has one. Every time someone tells a lie, their clock moves forward." The man's eyes widen in amazement as he scans the room. He notices some clocks with hands that barely move, and others that seem to be stuck. But then he spots a whole section of clocks where the hands are spinning at an alarming speed. "Whose clocks are those?" he asks, pointing to the rapidly moving clocks. The angel chuckles softly. "Oh, those belong to salespeople. Their clocks tend to get quite a workout." The man can't help but laugh at the thought, and then remarks, "I'm surprised the lawyer's clocks aren't right there with them." Curious, the man tilts his head. "By the way, where do you keep the lawyer's clocks?" The angel replies, "Oh, we keep those in the office. We use them as ceiling fans." A man bursts into a bar, practically skidding to a halt in front of the bartender. The man's eyes are wild, and his voice is shaky as he demands, "Quick, give me 2 shots of your strongest whiskey." The bartender, caught off guard, hesitates for a second, but the man's desperate expression convinces him to move fast. He grabs 10 shot glasses, lining them up in a neat row on the bar. As he starts pouring the whiskey, he notices the man already reaching for the first glass, his hand trembling slightly. The man starts downing the shots as fast as the bartender can fill them, his face contorting with each burning gulp. The bartender watches in disbelief, his brows furrowed in concern. After the 5th shot, the bartender can't hold back anymore and says, "Hey, slow down, buddy. You're going to make yourself sick." The man barely pauses between shots to gasp. "Sick? You'd be drinking this fast too if you had what I have." Now the bartender's alarm turns to outright worry. "Why, what do you have?" asks the bartender. The man slams down the final shot, his face flushed, and slowly, dramatically, he raises his eyes to meet the bartender's gaze. For a moment there's a tense silence. Finally, the man replies, "50 cents. 3 guys die together in a tragic accident, and they all go to heaven. When they get there, St. Peter greets them and tells them, 'We only have one rule here in heaven, don't step on the ducks.' So they enter heaven, and sure enough, there are ducks all over the place. It's almost impossible not to step on a duck. There are so many. And though they try their utmost to avoid standing on them, the first guy soon accidentally steps on one. St. Peter then appears, with the ugliest woman the guy had ever seen. St. Peter chains the woman to the guy and says to him, 'Your punishment for stepping on a duck is to spend eternity chained to this ugly woman.' The next day, the second guy also accidentally steps on a duck. Once again, St. Peter shows up, and with him is another extremely ugly woman. He chains the woman to the second guy, saying, 'Your punishment for stepping on a duck is to spend eternity chained to this ugly woman.' The third guy has observed all this, and as he really doesn't want to be chained to an ugly woman for eternity, he's extremely careful where he steps. Indeed, he manages to go months without stepping on any ducks. One day, though, St. Peter appears with the most gorgeous woman the guy has ever laid eyes on. She's tall, curvaceous, tanned, and extremely sexy. Without a word, St. Peter chains the woman to the third guy. The guy happily says to the woman, "I wonder what I did to deserve being chained to you for all eternity." The woman replies, "I don't know about you, but I stepped on a duck.